If you feel stuck, maybe you don't know what to do, but you feel like you're stuck, maybe in low vibration, maybe you're in certain situations that feel toxic, maybe there's somebody that's always getting under your skin, or there's some level of resistance that you feel like you can't get out of. The key to getting out of this resistance is first off knowing that this is not permanent. What you are feeling right now is not what you will always be feeling. The feeling and the emotion of feeling stuck is a very temporary thing. So knowing that can help you to first off put yourself at a little bit more ease, knowing that very soon you won't feel stuck. You will feel stuck until you don't. But the thing about feeling stuck is understanding that the stuck emotion, what it means is that there's some belief we have, some definition we have that we are remaining rigid to, and that rigidity is causing us to stay in the stuck vibration, the stuck energy. And sometimes this can also be a comfortable feeling that you have. Maybe you have maybe growing up, you felt stuck, or you felt like you were in this little box. And this little box that you feel like you're felt in, you just want to break out of it. But the thing is it feels comfortable sometimes to be in the box. And that box, even though it may be replaying childhood patterns, even though it's familiar, doesn't mean that you necessarily want to stay there. And the stuck feeling that you have is a gift. It is a gift that is showing you that this isn't what you want to stay inside. You don't want to stay inside. You want to break out of that box. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to break out of the box, how to not feel stuck instantly by understanding one simple idea that I share with you. And we're going to get into it right now. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron Dowdy, and I help people expand their consciousness and also expand out of their boxes. And I know the box may feel comfortable, and it felt comfortable for me for a long time. It felt so comfortable for me for so long that I kicked and screamed to get out of it. And actually, I fought my way to stay in it for a while. And the patterns can be very addictive because they feel familiar. And for a long time, because of the ex-stepmom situation from 7 to 15 years old, where I had no freedom, wasn't allowed to have friends, wasn't allowed to, I had to earn going to school. Normally I was locked outside with my brother and we were doing yard work. We didn't get enough food to eat. We were very, very malnutritioned. So we were definitely in a box. We were under the rule of my old ex-stepmom. And at 15 years old, my dad divorced her. And I remember the anxiety that came with that, because all of a sudden I went from no freedom at all to having ultimate freedom. I could have friends, I could watch TV, I could eat the food, I could eat enough food, I could do all these things that I wasn't able to do before. And guess what? Part of me missed the control. There was a part of me that felt anxiety in the new. It felt, they call that Stockholm syndrome, but it literally felt scary for me to be in the new. And because of that, the first girlfriend I had after that situation from 7 to 15, my first long-term girlfriend that was like a couple-year relationship was very controlling, very jealous, very similar to my ex-stepmom with the control dynamic. Broke up with her, got transferred to a shoe department, worked at Nordstrom's and Women's Shoes, got to a better shoe department with a manager that was the same personality as my ex-stepmom. I was addicted to being in that little box and I didn't even know it. And I felt stuck. I felt up and I felt stuck, okay? Because if it's up, it's stuck apparently. That's what the music industry says. And what I have learned is that stuck feeling that I felt, what I was doing is I was remaining rigid with my beliefs about reality. I believed that I had to be under the rule of somebody else in order to feel safe. And when I learned meditation back in 2012, I learned meditation. It changed everything because I was able to observe my thoughts. I was able to observe where I was. And what ended up happening is I observed that I felt trapped inside of where I was. I felt the pain of my past. I felt resentment towards my ex-stepmom. And guess what? That resentment towards my stepmom had me having the manager in my life that was just like my ex-stepmom. So really what feeling stuck is there's a self-fulfilling prophecy that we're unaware of. That self-fulfilling prophecy may be that all people are, there's always somebody in my life that wants to control me. But you know what the interesting thing was? It was always women. Because my ex-stepmom was a woman, And I had a belief that women were trying to control my personality, who I was, and I had to listen to them. So I had this edge up. And this is something that you can become aware of. And a lot of times feeling stuck means your soul wants to get out of the box that you've been staying in, the comfortability you've been staying in. Maybe you've been at a job that no longer feels comfortable and you feel stuck. You think you have to stay at that job. Or you're in a relationship that isn't fulfilling and someone's not treating you the way that you believe you deserve. Well, guess what? You're allowing yourself to be in this box because maybe this box feels familiar. But my message for you is that you can get out of the box. You can shift it. You can make a new choice about who you are. You can wake up to the autopilot mind. It's really just a choice that you make. And it's something that you can decide right now. But the thing that it's going to require you to do, it's going to require you to have courage. It's going to require you to step into the unknown because all magic happens in the unknown. And the thing that keeps us from getting out of the stuck box is we're afraid to step into the unknown. But we will always, and you will always remain in that box until you have the courage to question your beliefs, to question your reality, to then see that you can, and it is safe to step into the unknown because that's where all the magic happens. I promise you that if you jump into the unknown or you just take a little step into the unknown, you don't have to jump right into the deep end. You could just step into the shallow waters. Take another step until eventually you're swimming. But what happens is we believe we have to jump all the way into the dead end, into the deep end, and then we end up not even getting out of the box that we're in. But the key is that anything magical in my life that I've created, and I've had to have courage. And I know you have that courage inside of you. I know you have the courage to say no to a relationship that is abusive. I know you have the courage to step out of a job that no longer is fulfilling. But the harsh part of this reality is knowing that you have to take ownership, that you've been agreeing to it. You've been allowing it into your life. Maybe you've been allowing it into your life because it feels safe and comfortable. I was working a 9-to-5 job for years, for 10 years almost. I worked at selling women's shoes knowing I wasn't passionate about it. But it was so safe because I was getting paid $60,000 a year, wasn't bad, and I was like, it was enough. But sometimes the enough and the reality we've settled for keeps us locked. And there's a beauty that you have when you can be happy with where you are. I was talking to someone the other day that's telling me that it's both their gift and their curse, is that they're so happy with where they are, but at the same time, where they are isn't actually fulfilling. Sometimes I wish I had that gift because I'm always going for more. I just moved into this house, and I'm like, oh, I love this house is awesome, but already I'm thinking of is there more? It's sometimes hard for me just to be happy with where I'm at because I'm always thinking of more. I remember I was sitting here after a month of living in this house. I'm like, okay, I have this house, but you know what? I could do that over there, and I could add this over here, and I could make a deck over there, and I could have my cold plunge over there. I'm trying to change things around because it's not enough. So it's either a trap that I'm feeling like I always have to get out to get somewhere else, or the gift that you might have is be able to be okay with where you are at, but realize that that gift is also a curse if you are somewhere you don't want to currently be. And the key to this, and the one thing that makes this so much easier, is knowing that you can shift, and that once you shift your belief, you then shift your reality. I had something happen the other day where I felt like somebody was taking advantage of me because it was a contractor situation, my house in Sedona that I'm selling. There was this money that I overpaid him. I overpaid him a lot of money to get stuff done around the house, to do contractor work. And his timeline got pushed out so much that I'm now selling the house, and he wasn't able to get that work done. So I'm like, okay, well, I need that money I paid you back. It's like $10,000. And he spent the money. He doesn't have the money. And he doesn't want to give me the $10,000 back. He wants to give me a much smaller amount because now he's tacking on all these things that he says, he had to do to the house, and it may be an inflated price because he doesn't have the money, so he's incentivized to kind of do that. And I got very angry. And I got frustrated. And here's what I realized. It was a gift that happened because it made me aware that I have this pattern where I don't trust people. And because I don't trust people, I had this also happen with the house that I had in Las Vegas. I had this house there, and there was this guy that the landlord was a complete narcissist. And why do I keep attracting people like this that take advantage of me? Well, because there's a part of me that believes I'm the victim. There's a part of me that believes that I can't trust people. Therefore, I attract people into my life that I can't trust. So maybe it has to do with me. Maybe I have to change my own beliefs. Maybe I have to change my own perspectives on these things. And as I became aware of that, wow, it changed so much because it was so empowering. The thing that we feel stuck with, there's some definitions, there's some story we have that we are remaining consistent to. And until we break out of that story, it will be on autopilot. When I went through my awakening in 2012, I went from ADHD, not being able to focus, partying, drinking, smoking all the time, to all of a sudden meditating, sitting in the corner doing like mantras. And my family thought I went crazy. Not all of them, but much of my family thought I went crazy. Friends thought I went crazy. And all of a sudden I felt very alone. I felt like nobody understood me. I felt stuck. And I wasn't attracting people into my life that got me, that understood me, that were other high vibe tribe. But you want to know why that was? One of the reasons was because I did not believe that there were other people out there that could actually like me for me. I developed a spiritual ego and said, well, all these other people don't get me because I'm just spiritually woke and they're asleep. And then all I would find is people in my life that didn't understand me because I had a belief that people don't get me. That there aren't a lot of high vibrational people out there. Or that I can't get along with everybody and can't, in a way, adapt. That belief kept me trapped. So we are trapped in our own beliefs. We're stuck in our beliefs, thinking our beliefs are these rigid things. They're flexible. Not everybody out there can I not trust, but I have a belief that says so, so the universe is just giving me a reflection of what I believe. It's not that there aren't other high vibe people out there, it's just that I believe there aren't, so I'm blocking them out. What if you feeling stuck was a part of your process of transformation? What if you feeling stuck, the only reason you felt stuck is you kept saying, I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. I fell up, then I'm stuck, whatever. If you think you're stuck, it may just be that you believe you are stuck. But remember, in the word believe, there's the word be and then lie. And it's a lie. It's a lot of times the beliefs we have are lies that we tell ourselves that feel safe to be in this little thing. But remember, like Cardi B says, if it's up, then it's stuck. Okay? If it's up, then it's stuck. All right? If your belief is up on this pedestal and you're really believing in it, remember, that's what's stuck, is your belief. Your belief is stuck. Okay? The intellectual genius of Cardi B is that she understands that beliefs create... I'm just kidding. I don't know what the hell she thinks. I don't even know what the hell that song means. Actually, I do. Anyways, if it's up, then it is stuck. But if your belief is up on a pedestal, then realize that you're buying into it. And you can go beyond belief and into being. You can be a version of... What if there was a version of you that did know that being stuck was a part of the process, but you could let go and become aware of this belief that you're stuck, and you could let it go, and then you could be this new version of you, okay? If it's up, then it's stuck. If the belief is up on a pedestal, then it's stuck. But what you can do is you can take that belief off a pedestal and realize you ain't stuck. Or if you feel stuck, it's a part of the process and it's okay. And when you let it be okay, it then changes everything. All right? So that really is the key to this process. Now, if you didn't know, there is a way that you can calibrate your vibration and get a meditation to raise your frequency, to raise your vibration. It's completely free. Go to whatsmyvibration.com or click the link in the top of the description box below. We just redid the quiz, so if you've done the quiz before, it is redone. And you could do it and get a meditation that will help you elevate your level of consciousness. So calibrate your level of consciousness, get a meditation, realize if it's up, then it's stuck, and it's stuck because your belief system is such that, guess what? You're leaving your beliefs on a pedestal. You think they're rigid and true, but they ain't. And that's the part of this video I want you to remember. With that being said, peace, namaste, and